Alright, so it looks like we're ready to go, and the first match on Border will be starting now. We're gonna, of course, have Astrological on orange team and Sesto on the blue team, meaning they will be attacking first. First ban goes to Astrological, and of course they will be banning an attacker. I'm sorry. So their first ban looks like is gonna be Ying, which is interesting.
Which makes sense for a box push upstairs on Armory. Clear out half wall.
Yeah, and of course they are defending first. Astrological is, so it would make sense for them to ban something if they do want to play that half wall. Second ban's gonna be Monty, coming out from Sesto. So it looks like they do not want to deal with any planters behind the Montaigne. First defensive ban, of
Which is
course.
understandable. They might not play the Monty too much, so they might have someone playing vents, and they don't need the Monty to push in through archives for a top floor push,
Of course, and our
or
third
even a
ban,
downstairs ventilations.
yeah, and our third ban is gonna be Echo, plant denial ban.
Which is good all the way around for every site, especially the downstairs site where mobility is a little limited on workshop.
And our last ban for the first Playday of this league is gonna be Valkyrie. They're gonna be taking out any intel possible for the opposing team. So our four bans are going to be Ying, Monty, Echo, and Valkyrie. So it looks like Astrological is going to be choosing to go Customs Supply Room first.
Which makes a lot of
As
sense. Get the offsite out of the way first.
they will be looking like they're going to have a decent roam game with the Ella and the Vigil pick. We're going to get a 6 pick off of the Ella, actually, sorry, and they're going to pick onto Smoke. Spence Dog is going to choose to wisely play site instead of roaming with the Ella. We'll see how that works out for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
For custom supply hold downstairs, it's a little difficult for a smoke to find the right place to play, especially if he's playing inside of supply room, where it's kind of limited, and especially if they take detention wall, it's a lot harder for the pulse to kind of play around in supply. I'm interested to see how he's going to play that.
10 seconds remaining. Attackers have located a bomb. 5 seconds left.
So it looks like the Mira is going to be playing upstairs in security room, actually, so that's pretty interesting. We're going to see what they do with the Thatcher and Thermite now that they do have to work through the customs wall. They look like they're going to be thermiting the little closet side wall, and they're going to get that open pretty easily as there is nothing at the moment to stop them. They're going to start droning out as the Smoke chooses to play bathroom and workshop, seems like. Ash is going to break the A window, it seems like, and we do have 2 people playing upstairs, which, actually 3 people playing upstairs, I'm sorry, the Mira, the Maestro, and the Vigil, so only 2 on site at the moment.
They're going to have that mirror playing
Oh, and
90
Spence Dog
hallway.
gets the first frag onto Stroke City, the Thermite, with that SMG-11. Now they are in A, the Ashes, of course, and Thatcher is going to be planting right now. He gets lit up and he dies from the Spence Dog getting that kill with the SMG-11, but he gets traded off by You Tried and does end up losing those gas canisters. So the Ash grabs a fuser and she will be trying to plant into the supply room whilst getting smoked out by the Jackal. And we'll see how this works. They do get the plant down. Jaeger's the only one in customs right now. The Mira did drop right now. Vigil looks like he's going to be coming down metal stairs while Maestro is going to stick the hatch. Maestro does drop right now as well, and we'll see how this goes for them. Jackal's going to be playing a little bit far, throwing in a drone so his teammates can probably watch the drone. Maestro's going to push in, gets the drone. Nitro's going to open up a rotate for the defending team. Haha, you try to take care of the Maestro, but Terrorizer refrags, and defense does take this first round as Taylor gets the last frag.
Interesting round here, because a lot of the times you play upstairs in the mirror watching 90, you'll have a lot of rotate holes kind of opening up. You'll have holes peeking down to the bottom. There's no hole watching supply window, which kind of got him able to get the bomb down a lot efficiently because there's nothing to really stop him from above.
Yes, the bomb did
And it
go
was kind
down
of really
very
spread
well.
out.
They did have three, kind of what you would, well, two what you would think would be anchored operators play upstairs in security, but then ended up dropping down effectively and getting the post-plant situation, reading it pretty nicely. So it looks like the same layout for Sesto, sorry, and pretty much the same layout except the Jaeger is going to be traded out for Astrological for a Bandit. No 6-picks going down at all for either team. So we'll see how they decide to set up. They are going to go armory lockers this time in archives, so we'll see how the setup goes for them.
Looks like based off the operators they picked, they're setting up for a very basic defense upstairs with the mirror and the Maestro, and also the smoke, which I would imagine be playing half full of box.
So it looks like they're going to put their first mirror on the bandited walls of armory right in the middle just to make sure they see when they are going to be thermiting. No reinforcements have went onto the archives walls yet, besides on the wall, the right side wall that's connecting it into the A bomb site. But now the mirror is going to start getting the back walls, and the bandit will of course follow through and bandit trick them up, or not bandit trick, sorry, but bandit them up. We're gonna have the Thatcher look like he's gonna grab a fuser, and the Vigil is watching the window from a very small hole that he punched through, and I don't know if he heard that claimer being placed down, but now he's watching the security door, but he runs away from it and pushes back into offices. The bandit's gonna be playing armory lockers, and soon enough he will see the thermite, and he does now. The wall does get EMP'd, and he does actually get a shock wire up, but apparently it did not go back into his inventory, so I do assume that it got Thatchered off. Thermite's gonna try to get the wall, and he should be able to do it successfully as long as he doesn't get killed by the smoke right here, because he does not have any more bandits. He actually went to pick up his bandits from the back wall. Spenstock getting the first kill on a frag. That is the Finca of Sesto, and Thermite is going to try to get the wall, but Bandit looks like he's going to bandit trick it off. Did he get it? I believe he did not. Still has 2 exothermic charges, and Thatcher's going to EMP the wall once again, and they're going to try to get it once again, but the Bandit does get the successful bandit trick. Thermite pushes in, but gets killed by the mirror. Bandit's very low health now. He's going to try to Nitro, but it's just going to miss Jackal by a mile. Spectre taking out Terrorizer from below with that ash charge. Good trade-off now. Everyone else is full health besides the smoke of Spence Dog, but he did get the good frag on the Finca early on. So we're gonna have Thatcher droning out the main hallway and east stairs as well, while Jackal will be watching any type of peek from inside of armory. And he does see the smoke. He's pre-firing, but he misses his shots, and the smoke will live another day, as haha, you tried did miss his shots. Now Tred's gonna hop on his drones, and they still do have the mirror intact, as it didn't bring anything to really take it out. The Ash could have, but I don't believe she did. Now they're all in break room at the moment. They're pushing down the main hallway. Looks like they're gonna try to do an offices push, as they don't really have a thermite anymore to get that main wall open. Spence chooses to Ooh, we're gonna have Spectre actually stunning into, but the first smoke grenade comes out, but Spectre is able to cross in to Archives and actually get on the other side without being seen. Taylor, though, with the double kill on Fishy Man, and haha, you tried. Spectre with the refrag onto Taylor, and will he be able to see the Maestro? He's gonna try to go for the plant, but sees the Maestro shooting at him. It's pre-fired by Wawa, and the second round will go to Astrological Gaming.
Takeaway from that round, the Ash and the Jackal both, the Ash having the breaching round, the Jackal having the secondary shotgun, they wasted a lot of time trying to get the wall when the Ash could have went under a lot earlier to push the bandit off the wall, hindering the bandit trig. Now that wall gets open and there's more pressure and you're having them to fall back, so they're no longer able to play half wall. And then they try to force their way into Archives, they don't have the utility to get in there, and the round's over and won by the defense for the second round.
So we did get an accidental Cade pick from Spence Dog, but he is going to 6-pick off to Smoke. And a little bit different of a strategy for the attacking team of Sesto. They're going to bring a Habana and a Thatcher instead of the Thermite this time around. And I agree with you there that they did really waste a lot of time trying to get that front wall open. I believe that an office push would have done them a lot better. So looks like someone's gonna be, I believe that Castle's gonna be doing a lot of damage to his teammates. The Ella is now only like 30 health, I'd like to say, and they're gonna try to get a bit of a Castle strat going. They're gonna impact the top, so it looks like they are gonna try to play Armory to deny this plant.
Let's take a look back at the second round for a second. They're playing that wall. They're not able to get the Thermite or the Bandit off of the wall for bandit tricking. That's the perfect time once he gets that first Echo's Thermite charge destroyed. That's a time someone needs to, on their teams, to call a rotate to offices to get that push, open up the back wall. They get plant behind the bomb. It's a lot easier take for the attack if someone is able to realize that they're not able to take the pressure off of box wall and Armory.
Looks like the Castle is going to be deciding to play upstairs and try to watch the plant onto the B window. And I believe that the attacking team Sesto will be trying to clear out upstairs as they see that the wall is reinforced. They're gonna get a drone in there. They see that there's multiple people there, as well as a bandit who is now banditing the wall to prevent an entry into the Armory. But Spectre gets hit a little bit by that pre-fire by Bandit, but they will get a Habana pellet, the Habana pellets onto the Armory wall and open it up. We'll see what they could do with this. Right now we're gonna have the Castle playing in the little office, trying to deny the entry into the actual Armory. There's multiple drones droning out, but Taylor gets the first kill onto Stroke City. From office, looks like. And then Fishy gets the frag onto Wawa. That is their Castle going down. Spectre pushing in and gets the Bandit. That is the only person in Armory now. The Alibi is locked out. She actually dropped down hatch. I'm sorry, and now she is in bathroom. So the attacking team Sesto do have upstairs control at the moment. I believe they still think that the Alibi may be upstairs, and we'll see what they do with this now. The defense is going to have to work a lot harder now that they've lost this upstairs control. But, of course, the attackers do not have their Habana. She died early on, so I do not believe they will be able to get any sight walls open. Utride's going to see the Alibi, and he shoots it, thinking that is the actual Alibi, even though the actual Alibi is getting tracked by his scanner. So the Archives hatch actually will be soft, and he's going to use a shotgun, try to open it up a little bit, and maybe get a line of sight on someone, but it's not successful the first time around. Defenders are sticking to sight for the most part, beside the Alibi, which is in bathroom now. Spence Dog is going to throw out his first gas canister onto the Archives hatch to prevent the push. Now there's only 35 seconds left, and they are still on their drones. The defense almost looks kind of lost as they're still up in Armory, not knowing what to do, as they do have Diffuser but cannot get all the hatches open. Or at least drop down them. Sorry, they do have them open now. Thatcher drops, downs the Ella, U-Tride's gonna finish him off, but U-Tride is gonna kind of walk past the smoke. The alibi is now stuck outside the site as the attackers are planting. Everyone now does have control of the site, and this alibi will try to retake it. Taylor gets the first frag on the frag Lazul and gets killed by a unfortunate claymore that is placed on the top of metal stairs to prevent their flank from when they had that upstairs control. Really unfortunate round for the defenders, but now the score is 2-1 in favor of Astrological Gaming.
Now, Sesto wins their first attacking round on the downstairs of Workshop. The difference between that round and the first one, or the second round when they attacked Armory, was the wall was open with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to play, which pushed off the roamers from up top, made them fall back, and the castle was playing in small office, applied the pressure. They were able to take site a lot quicker, get a lot more top-down control.
So it looks
Good job
like
by Sesto.
they are going to run pretty much the same setup, except this time switching, of course, back to the Thermite instead of the Thatcher, while the defense chooses to go customs and inspection room. Sorry, looks like they're going to try to run the same strat where they did defense security, but we'll see what happens.
Attackers need to locate
They were originally going to bring a blitz, Sesto was, but they switched off, of course, over to the Finca. So now Taylor going upstairs, of course, playing the mirror. We'll see if he does that same strategy upstairs as they did for the last round that they were defending custom. Sorry. Now the same mirror will go up, but I don't believe they'll be having the Maestro up there at this moment. We'll see how this strategy plays out for them, as they haven't even gotten the detention wall yet. They will be trying to scramble and get that. We'll see if the attackers could get it open before they do reinforce it, but I do not think that's going to happen. Ash, of course, looks like she's going to try to push past, but they're just now getting the reinforcement, and a little bit too late to spray through that, as they did end up getting it. Once again, of course, no type of bandit or anything, so they should be able to thermite that wall pretty easily, as they will be doing right now. Thermite is, of course, going to get that wall, and they will have access to detention now. He's going to pre-fire a little bit and miss some shots onto the Maestro, unfortunately. Put a Claymore down at that detention wall just to make sure no runouts occur. Thermite's going to go ahead and peek, and won't see the Maestro quite yet, but almost everyone on Astrological is lit, but Ash goes down and Smoke gets killed by Fishy. But Ash, of course, gets picked up by the Finca, so she's going to un-ADS, unfortunately, and get taken out by Terrorizer. Terrorizer gets a double kill because the Thatcher was trying to plant behind the Ash, and then Stroke takes out Terrorizer. But you tried team kills frag, but gets down a Maestro in the process, so now it is a 2v2 with a Jackal in the site. He's going to try to get a smoke plant going, but his utility, of course, gets denied by the ADS. There's a little bit of a gunfight going with Thermite, and Fresh does end up winning it. You tried downs the Maestro, I believe, and it finishes off the Vigil, winning him that round. So now 2-2, a tie between the defenders and the attackers.
Another great attacking round by Sesto, even with the TK, being able to frag it out and bring the game back to 2-2.
We're gonna see if
A lot more good.
we're gonna see if Astrological is able to change up their strategy and try to win Armory and put up their team to win the half. But, well, not the half just yet, but put their team up and get them the lead. So Terrorizer is gonna 6-pick off from the Pulse to the Bandit, and U-Tride's gonna 6-pick off from the Hibana to the Sledge. So we do see some 6-picks coming out this round.
The team communication by Sesto looks a lot better. Looks like they know what they're doing now. They're playing well together. The first 2 rounds were almost like a warm-up for them, and now they're doing a lot better. They understand what's going on and what the defenders are doing. Just really helping them out.
Yeah, Sesto did seem lost to that one round that they were attacking Workshop, but it somehow went in their favor as they just dropped and fragged out. Looks like they're going to be doing some sort of strat with the the Maestro cam here. They're gonna break the computer so they can't get up to that little spot in archives. We're gonna see how they decide to put these mirrors. They're gonna put the same mirror that actually denied the thermite from going down the last round that they were up here. The exothermic charge, I'm sorry. We'll see how the attackers take this. They seem to be giving the Thatcher the bomb all the time, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. He usually dies and someone plants behind him on his dead body. We'll see how this push works out differently for Team Sesto. I have a Rook playing in Office actually. I'm gonna push from the east side, but looks like the Thermite is gonna try to get the Claymore down and possibly the wall, but the Bandit is ready to bandit trick at any time. He is attempting to do now. They of course do see the Thermite, and they have like 4 people watching him. It's kind of gonna try to bandit trick, and he does do it successfully. He tries to nade him out, the Sludge does, but it doesn't work out successfully for him, as he did get one exothermic charge away from the defenders. Now the smoke gets downed by the nade that Sludge did throw, and Terrorizer gets the first frag onto Spectre, and Fresh with the frag onto Fishy. So that is their Thatcher and their Ash down, of course. No exothermic charges left for the attackers, as they both got taken out earlier on. We will see what the attackers try to do here now, with once again no utility under their belt as for hard destruction. See how this plays out for them. Now the Rook is playing the close southeast corner in Archives. He's gonna move over a little bit and play a different kind of corner. Let's see how it works out. Now we just have Spensog and the Maestro as well as the Bandit watching the front, but the Maestro is going to turn around now that he sees that his teammates are going down. Fragzul kills the Rook. First smoke canister going down, but the plant did go down. Utried gets the frag onto the Mira, and smoke goes down by Stroke. They do have diffuser down, it's just a matter of time. The Maestro is actually down right now, so it is a 1v3 for the defenders. I think Bandit is going for the revive actually, and we'll see how this works out if they could 2v3 this. Bandit peeks the Finka, but Bandit goes down. Fragzul finishes him off, and it is a 1v3 with Maestro. Stroke City is going to get the kill as the Finka pre-fired, and the attackers will take that round somehow. With the odds against them, they took that round.
Again, they struggled to get the Bandit off box wall, and it's hurting them in the end, but somehow they're able to finish out these rounds on top.
They have a lot of they have a lot of utility with that Ash that they could use to get the Bandit off by just going simply downstairs and ashing the floor. But Fresh of course gets an accidental Kaid pick, I believe, and he's gonna 6th pick to Doc, while the Fuse on the other hand on Sesto 6 picks to Thermite. So they will have 2 hard breachers for Sesto in Sesto's favor, so we'll see how this works out.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
The side of course will be Armory once again.
In a row. Come out of the split 4-2.
Yes, now if Sesto, so we'll see if Astrological can successfully defend Armory lockers and archives, and hopefully bring it back to win them the half, or at least tie. Because if they do not win this, of course, this does put the attackers of Team Sesto up in the half, giving them a huge advantage. So
That's not a
Spensdog
position you want to be fighting from.
is going to be looking under from armory lockers. Not something you see all the time whilst defending armory lockers, but we'll see how it works out for them. Attackers wasting no time getting the barricade open, but the bandit, of course, sitting and just bandit tricking those Hibana X Kairos pellets off. I have a lot of people on drones, so they are using their drones very useful, very I guess economically, you could say. They're saving them and using them very smart, in a smart manner. So the Ash of Spectre does actually see the Doc and tries to pre-fire him, but the Doc does back off, doesn't want to risk his life. Spectre is actually less than 50 health now, and he's trying to get some pre-fires on the Doc, but isn't successful. So the Thermite actually thermites the office wall, I believe, which I think was soft. I'm not 100% sure. But the Doc does back off. It doesn't look like they have any sort of roam game. It looks like everyone just chilling on site. First smoke canister goes out all the way into the fountain kind of doorway. And we will have that Hibana 90 pressuring the metal detector's door. A couple nitros going out here. The Ash, of course, is very lit, but it looks like they are doing an office push this time around. They still have a good bit of their hard breach utility, so they can, of course, get that archives wall, which they will try to do. And will they do it successfully? I believe so. There's nothing there to stop them. Second smoke canister goes out. So that is 2 of their smoke canisters with still 1 minute left. Spectre gets the frag onto the Doc finally. That will put them in a 5v4 situation. Terrorizer, they're free fragging on the Fraglizzle. That is their thermite, but they did get the important wall open. Spectre looking like he's going to try to push into archives any second now. Thatcher getting the kill onto the bandit, and then Stroke getting the kill onto the Maestro. Thatcher will go for the plant right here, and he does get smoked out. He's not going to stick it. He is going to run away. He gets down to about 15 health, I want to say, and Stroke gets the kill onto the Mira, I believe. But now everyone on Sesto is very low health, but Stroke somehow ends up killing the last player on Astrological, and that will be Smoke, and wins them the half.
Great job right there by Sesto. Coming out of the half 4-2 after being down 0-2 at the start of the map. Things aren't going away. They wanted them to, pushing box, and they rotate around the offices and get that back wall open. They had a lot easier push winning that round with 4. A great job by Sesto adjusting.
So of course Sesto is now going to be on the defending side, and we'll see what type of strategies Astrological has for this ventilation workshop attack. Looks like they're going to bring a buck, kind of reading their pick there. As of course the defenders do choose to go ventilation and workshop. See how they set up now. See if they have any special strats in store that will prevent Astrological from winning this attack. But Astrological, of course, has the use of the utility of the buck, as well as the twitch to take out possibly some of the mirrors. So we'll see how that goes for them. I do have a lot of utility right now. All they have to do is use it right. Now, it doesn't look like Sesto is going to try their luck on roaming, as they only have a Vigil and a Jaeger, and the Jaeger right now is in sight while the Vigil is upstairs in Archives and Armory. Now the Mute is coming up here actually, and I believe it might be to put a Mute Jammer down to prevent the drones coming to Armory, and the Mira actually putting a Mira up on the Armory Locker's wall, so we'll see how that strategy works out for them, as well as shotgunning the floor to of course see the B window. So Sesto looking to take upstairs control right now, but of course he will be stopped from German by that Mute. He does see 2 people and does ping them. Buck is going to lob a nade, but I don't believe it's going to hit anyone. No, it's not going to do any damage to anyone. We'll see how this Mira strategy works out for the defenders of Astrological, or Sesto, I'm sorry. Taylor's going to lob his last nade, and that is no more nades for the attackers of Astrological. but he will push into security now, and they are going to try to get this upstairs control because this is crucial for this push to work. They have 2 minutes on the clock, but they still haven't even got a one frag at all. So we'll see how this plays out. Legion's going to be playing in the archives actually, while Vigil getting lit up in a gunfight with, I believe, someone in security. Thermite's going to push downstairs. He's not going to waste any time upstairs. He's going to try to possibly get a plant down if he can. Ash is in East Hallway right now. He sees the Legion, but the Legion gets a headshot onto Fresh Manor. He does die. Wawa gets the trade, of course, onto Fishy, and that is the Legion down for Sesto. EMP is gonna miss and stay outside, but he will hit any immediate goo mines that are there. The Thermite of Spence Dog is actually pushing in from Passport now. He's gonna try to push that side. Spectre takes out Taylor. That is their buck gone. And now they do still have upstairs control, of course, the defenders do. As their Thermite is sitting in waiting room right now. Terrorizer is waiting for the peek by the Mira, while Thatcher watches from the other side, but Mira's not there. She's behind the reinforcement, playing safe. And You Tried, it kills the Terrorizer from above. That is their Twitch gone. Now it is a 4-2 man advantage for Sesto. Of course, the Mira is lit up though. She will cross back into server rather than sitting in that corner. All they have to do now is just watch angles. There's 20 seconds. Spence Dog does get removed from the match, unfortunately. So hopefully he will join back before this next round starts. I assume he was lagging, but looks like Thatcher is going to get taken out here by Stroke City, the Mira, and Sesto is going to take their 5th round and going to put it up to 5-2. Now we might.
Just so looking a lot more coordinated here in their push on their defense, like they know what's going on. They did a very good job of defending Armory upstairs. The Buck used 2 nades trying to nade out the smoke, I believe, playing above on the Mirror, which both times he went for the nade, the smoke fell off. So 2 nades wasted there. Great job by Sesto on their top hold, defending downstairs of Workshop.
So I do believe we're going to try to get a rehost going here, as we do not have Spence, as he did unfortunately lag out, I believe. So we will
Attackers need to locate and
see
defuse
how
bombs
it
when they can.
works. Yeah, he did say he can't reconnect, so we're going to go on a 2-3 minute pause as we try to restart this game.
While you wait for the rehost, notable.
Can you say that again? I think your mic is lagging.
With Astro Gaming be down 5-2, what do you think is going to get them back on the flip side? Get this game tied up and possibly push for the win.
Astrological is definitely going to have to get the control more faster and efficiently. They can't crumble like they did on the defense. So we will see how that works out for them, but it is looking like Stroke City is very prominent over this team, although they started out kind of weak. So the orange team won the first. Was Astrological orange, or were they blue?
Astrological was the defending team for the first 6
Right.
rounds.
Okay, so they won the first two, and then they lost the
Next 5.
next. Right, gotcha. And,
And we're in halftime. So
yeah.
Sesto is defending.
And so, alright, so we got one fucking orange, orange, blue, blue, blue. Wait, hold on. One, two, three, three, two. And so, blue, 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 orange, orange. Alright, so that should put it at 4-2. That around history. Blue wins. They won Ventilation Workshop, right?
Yes.
Alright. And the band operators were, I believe, um,
Echo, Ying, Monty, and Valk.
Echo, Ying, Monty, and Valk. Gotcha, Echo. Okay. So, we should have it set up and ready. We are going to invite the teams back real quick.
Scoreline should be 5-2. It was too late in the round to get a rehost when he first lagged out, so that round would have been played out, and it is 5-2 in favor of Sesto.
So we are going to try to get the invites rolling out here and get this game back in as soon as possible.
One quick takeaway from that defense round or attacking round for Astro. They both all tried to take box of Armory, which took a lot of time with no progress. There is a possibility they could the 3-2 split, have 2 people pushing from Armory side, others taking archives, then they pinch, force Stormers fall off and drop hatches, or even fall off towards metal stairs. And that is takes a lot more pressure off of or puts a lot more pressure on the roamers or anchors downstairs. And that round may go in their favor if they effectively take the top floor of Workshop or Armory onto Workshop.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to have all of Sesto back in here. And hopefully we get Astrological back in here within the next 1 or 2 minutes. So it looks like we're gonna have Astrological start loading back in, and once everyone check marks up, we should be ready to start again on the border match between Astrological and Sesto. Everyone
Yeah.
just ready up when you're ready. And we'll get
Yeah,
it
I don't know.
started.
My internet was perfect.
Alright, so everyone's ready up, so it looks like we're ready to get going again. 5-2 in favor of Sesto. Astrological Gaming seeming to struggle on getting these rounds on Sesto as soon as they got warmed up after losing the first two. But, of course, comebacks do happen, and Sesto is not yet on match point. So, looks like Sesto is going to decide to go Armory and Archives. We'll see how that works out.
2 more rounds for Sesto. Hopefully they can lock it out for their first win of the season 1 of CCL R6.
Yes, of course. Now this is the first Playday and the first match, so this is a big one. First impressions are pretty important, but of course you never know. There could be adjustments, and who knows what'll happen in the season and the playoffs. So it looks like Sesto will be bringing a Mira as well as a Mutant Legion. So look like they're going to be anchoring down 3-2, maybe 3 anchors, 2 roamers, but of course you never know how it may work. Maybe they have a different strategy in mind. While on the other hand, Astrological Gaming is going to be bringing 2 hard breaches, Thermite and Habana, as well as a Thatcher, Buck, and Twitch. So Twitch directly countering that Mira as long as she does get her Twitch drones into a good position. So looks like Habana needs to load in, and we're going to go ahead and load in now, and we'll see how this plays out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I am interested to see how Sesto does end up playing this round on defense, as this will be our first time seeing Sesto defend armory lockers.
The location of a bomb.
Judging how they did on their first defense round when they were defending Workshop and also defending the top floor of Armory, they should seem to have
10 seconds left before
pretty good amount of success defending the top floor.
5 seconds to go.
Alright, we'll see. Maybe Astrological took that time that
Attackers are
we had to rehost, and maybe they reconsidered some things. We'll see how it works out. Mira's going to be putting her first black mirror on the armory locker's wall and trying to probably prevent the ooh, haha, you tried actually taking out Taylor, and that is their Thermite. In my opinion, the more important hard breacher for armory lockers. So you tried getting a really early frag, I want to say 15-20 seconds into the round, and he knows that window is open, so he does know that there is people on that balcony, of course. Now Vigil is actually playing in the break room right now, and he's gonna run out. Stroke City getting a frag onto the Thatcher. Now that's a Thatcher and Thermite gone. That's a lot of utility, but the Mira does get a little bit injured. I want to say she's 60 health. Vigil peeking the Twitch, but Spence-Dog gets the kill on Spectre, getting left at very little health though. Buck is actually under right now. Did hit the Mira, and now the Mira is brought down to 50 health. We'll see if the Buck can actually finish her off. But the Habana pellets are going onto the Mira. They're going to try to reset, but it doesn't really work out for them. We'll see if they get it now. Now, the reset should be successful, but doesn't look like the defenders are aware that the reset is going down. But Buck is still under, trying things up for the Mira. The Mira peeks out, but Habana isn't successful in getting the kill. The Habana looks like she's about to peak. But the Mira peeks, she pre-fires a little bit and doesn't hit any shots. Now the Habana is full health while the Mira is only 50, so Stroke is backing off and just decided to back off and maybe have Frag push up or Fishy. Now the Buck is still under in server. He's going to lob a nade. I don't believe it's going to hit anyone though. Didn't do any damage. Spence-Dog watching the metal detector. He's about to see Mute. He sees Mute's back, but doesn't have enough to shoot him. Enough time, sorry. Legion is about to cross out. He did end up crossing out successfully without anyone seeing. Jaeger is actually going to be playing in Fountain right now, as awaiting the push from Office, which may or may not come. The Hibana is about to be in Armory. She does have Diffuser, but there is a Nitro waiting for her, I believe. He's going to push in. The Legion should be able to hear it. She's going to try to get the plant down. See what the Legion does here of Fishy. They know that the... Do they not hear the plant? I think they hear the plant now. He's going to kill the Hibana. The plant doesn't go down. 4v2 for Sesto. Buck goes down, and last person is trying to plant, which is Terrorizer, and he goes down to the Mute. So unfortunate round for Astrological, as it is now match point for Sesto Gaming. Or Sesto, I'm sorry.
Another great round for Sesto. And now they're looking at match point.
So it looks like Sesto is going to choose to go Customs and a Supply Room with a Bandit, Jaeger, Legion, Mutant, Vigil. So once again, could go either way. They could roam, but they could have the Jaeger and Bandit play on site. You never know. While Astrological bringing out a Blackbeard and a Finka. Except they're going to 6-pick off to the Blackbeard and off from the Blackbeard and onto a Dokkaebi, I believe, if he doesn't last second pick. Yeah, he does 6-pick off to the Dokkaebi, giving them the use or the ability to have smokes for the plant if they do choose to use them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So of course, this defense, I'm sorry, for Sesto will be Customs. We'll see if they decide to maybe have some hold upstairs, or if they're just gonna focus on anchoring down in sight and preventing the plant, or if anything, going into the post plant effectively. Looks like they're gonna be making a couple of rotation holes. Nothing upstairs yet. Not even anyone getting the hatch in, or the hatches in security. But we'll see if that ends up changing. I don't know.
5 seconds left before insertion.
I said that so weird now. Looks like Wawa's gonna save his drone, because every other drone got destroyed. And the Vigil is actually gonna be prepping that ventilation window for a run out if need be. I want to see if that gets him a kill or two. Would be very interesting. Terrorizer, though, looks like he is going to try to get the cam back from the east spawn. And now, of course, they do have a mute to prevent the Hibana from getting that detention wall. And right now, they do not have a Thatcher. The only chance of them getting that is the Twitch, which I don't think she is going to do, as she only has one Twitch drone left because her first one got destroyed in prep phase. Now, Utrad's going to be playing the top of metal stairs. Pretty nice spot, as long as he doesn't get droned out by the attackers. He might get some people on the rush. We'll see if they have any sort of tactic to go upstairs or anything, as I still don't believe that the hatches are reinforced, and no, they're not. Looks like the Twitch is actually going to be repelling upstairs, and Spectre gets the first kill onto the Hibana. Finka jumps into ventilation, and Spectre gets a double kill onto the Finka, and Wawa is going to kill the Mute. Dokkaebi's going to get lit up, and a gunfight with Dokkaebi. Wawa gets another kill onto Fisherman, which is their Legion. Vigil uses that run out effectively, actually, and kills Terrorizer. That is their Dokkaebi dead. Now Wawa taking some damage. Wawa going down by how high you tried, and Spencer getting the refrags. Now it is a 2v1 for the defenders. We'll see if Twitch could pull this out. Now Twitch does not have the diffuser, of course, and she has a lot of time. She saw the bandit, but the bandit crossed into sight, and I believe she hears the Vigil, but I don't know if she's aware of exactly where he is. She sees him cross again, but decides not to shoot. He gets lit up by the Vigil. Spence-Dog is getting lit up pretty hard. He's going to shoot a couple shots, but Stroke City is going to get the final kill of this game, finishing it off and winning it 7-2 for Sesto.
What still, the inability to adapt for Astros seemed to be their demise here. They looked to be starting off strong, but just couldn't finish it out. They're gonna lose
Yeah,
7-2 in favor of
unfortunately,
Sesto.
that is very unfortunate for Astrological Gaming, as they started out with a 2-0 lead and ended up with only those 2 rounds being rounds that they put up in the game. So they're probably giving themselves a good pat on the back. Sesto is that was a good comeback from that 2-0 and ended up being a 7-2 in favor of Sesto.